mean, look at him right now, just sitting, he's taller than me. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I want to sculpt a skeleton ghost that's 12 feet tall. I've seen people make ghost sculptures out of chicken wire before, and they're all reasonably sized, but we don't do reasonable on this channel. This is Steve, and he's going to be our nude model for this artwork. He's so nude, he's bone. You may have noticed, Steve is not a normal skeleton. I've made him more deep. No, thoughtful? Reflective. He is my spoopy artwork from last year, and he exists because I think the famous Home Depot skeletons are cool, but I don't want to just buy a thing, I want to be creative. Also, they're expensive, so this year I want to see if I can make one completely myself using just this cheap stuff and potentially working myself to the bone. The plan is to form the mesh around Steve's 15 pieces to make a perfect copy. Pretty sure the trusty craft scissors won't cut it. Pun. Nope, we need an upgrade. Ooh, this is already fun. Fun, but I'm realizing also very time-consuming. Now, how do I form it around? I probably should cut here and make it tighter so there's not a ton of material, but I really don't want to do more cuts, which mean more pokey ends, which means more stabby. Can I just get the mesh to kind of collapse? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's still not tight enough even on the end. I really want it to be formed up against, so more cutting and twisting. Pretty proud of this. We have a tightly trapped bone that needs to get out of there. This feels wrong. Yep. Ow, 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 ow. I think a piece of wire is stuck in me. Don't lose your shape, please. Come on. All right. Is that a bone? It is! Now I have to sew it back together. I learned this from Wicked Makers. You can make basically a metal stitch. You cut a strip and use that to sew the two together. But that is what we're looking for. Oh, it worked. That was 90 minutes, assuming that all of the other pieces that are way bigger are gonna take the same amount of time, times 15 divided by 60 minutes per hour, 22.5 hours. A serious underestimate. Oh well, keep going. This bigger piece is totally going to be faster. It would be really nice if you could just zoop right through it, you know, like wrapping paper. Okay, mesh, listen to me. Do what I say, you're supposed to be bendy. Oh, ow. This time I'm trying to cut and connect at the same time to take out 2 extra steps before I cut and then put it together and then cut more out. Oh, it's letting go. Okay, come on. Yeah, it's not turning out as tightly formed as the first one. I think I have to do all of the steps. I'm also realizing not only is this time consuming, it's also effort consuming. Okay, that was all of the steps except for getting it out and sewing it up. And this part on the top, there's a connector here, so I can't finish the top until I take it out, and then I'll just kind of guess at how it should go. Because our ghost skeleton will not need connectors between the bones, we'll just sew them together again. I've been paying attention to where the seams are on all of these, thinking that, oh, I should hide them in the back, but he's see-through. It's so stupid that I'm caring about that. But we always want the highest execution of nonsense sculpture. So they will go like that. Oh, I'm already so excited. This one was so much faster. Weird that it's very late now. But I should mention I got started late on this because I almost died trying to take Steve down alone. Come on. Oh dear. Even though I'm exhausted, I'm excited to get back at it tomorrow. Oh hey, good morning. I got here before you and I finished the other 2 leg bones super quickly. Now let's see how fast I can form out a foot. I'm clearly putting off dealing with the torso because it's gonna be the hardest part. And if you're also putting off dealing with this part of yourself, your heart, then you should consider BetterHelp, the sponsor of this video. In my last video, I talked a lot about my struggle with feeling judged. It holds me back socially and keeps me from being the best version of myself. And how cool is it that therapy is a safe space with no fear of judgment, zero judgy. You can talk about stress, sadness, worries, relationship issues. What's that? Yeah, I know. Even Steve understands the value of improving your mental and emotional well-being. I like to think of therapy as a tool for personal growth. There's this stigma about, therapy, but I will read every self-improvement book there is. So why not get help better understanding yourself, develop healthier habits, learn effective ways to cope with problems? My mind is a sculpture, and I always want to sculpt the best art possible. But I want it to be as easy as possible, unlike the way I sculpt the rest of my art. Fill out a questionnaire, and you'll match with a therapist in as little as a couple days. And if it's not not the right fit, you can easily switch to another one until you find someone you really connect with. If you're struggling and think you would benefit from a therapy session, click the link below or go to betterhelp.com/AllieSpagnola to get 10% off your first month of therapy. It's okay to need a hand. How do I form this fence? Maybe freaking fold it over. I'm even making sure to form it around the toes. It's weird that this apparition is gonna have a bunch of detail. It's actually really hard to convince chicken wire to change, but when you do, then it stays there, which is nice for when it's finished, but difficult for when I'm trying to complete it. Yay, his foot is freed. What an impressive feat. Now, let's just do it again. Hey, great! Just wanted to see them all together. We're not even halfway yet. This is getting out of hand. I just realized that the hand and forearm are not separate pieces, so yay! It's only 13 pieces total. But these together are going to be difficult. I think I'm gonna try and do it in 2 sections and then combine them. So we are back to 15 parts. That's the part I've had practice with. Now to effortlessly execute the other part. Ow, 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 ow. The roll gets more disagreeable the closer you get to the middle. I haven't looked at the clock, but I'm sure this is going just as fast as my 1 bone estimation in the beginning. Now I gotta get it out of there. It's not even budging. At this point, I can't tell if I'm just destroying the shape I made anyway. I should have just freeformed it without putting it on the original hand. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. My own sculpture just gave me the middle finger. It's off. Then I have to re-secure his digits. Bring his knuckles back. I very much need to turn the light on, but I'm too focused. I'm not gonna stop now. Just do this in the dark. Oh yeah, that looks great. It is done. And what idiot designed the human to have 2 hands? I gotta do another one. I don't think I could handle that at this hour, but instead of giving up, I'm gonna try and crank out one more that's funnier. No, wait, not funnier. More humorous. So instead of buying a 12-foot skeleton, spending money, I'm going bankrupt spending my time and hard work. If I valued my time, maybe I should just be okay with saving it by shelling out cash for a finished skeleton. Oh hey, I keep waking up before you. I finished the other hand and arm. And was it just as difficult and stressful? Who knows? We have no record of it. But seeing this finished is so cool. Look at this. His arm is taller than me. I just want to point out that when I came up with this concept, it's because I saw other creators making chicken wire ghosts as 1-day builds. 1 day. Why do I make everything hard? See, if you let the chicken wire stab you, then it'll stay in place. I hope I don't get flagged for saying stab a lot in this video, or having this nude pelvis. Actually, one of my videos did get flagged when I showed a mannequin. Okay, yeah, that's too small. New roll. I'll just fling you off. And my videos getting demonetized and me needing more chicken wire are 2 great reasons that you should join my Patreon team. Another great reason, sometimes the craft scissors from your childhood need to be replaced by wire cutters, and then you would be the reason that outrageous art exists, so please go to patreon.com/AllieSpagnola. Welcome back. While you were gone, I got this miraculously wrapped around using complete focused silence, so you didn't miss any puns. Up until now, I've been doing a lot of stretching over the form, but I think this will be more contracting to try and get it to listen to me. When I created the pop socket floor, I actually got a hip injury from sitting for 15-hour days crouched over, and I was wishing that I could change positions. Now, be careful what you wish for, because there is no way that I could work on this sitting down. So now, standing for 15-hour days, my feet hurt. And I won't even mention my forearms, which I just did. Okay, this part makes me nervous. I guess I'll just make a hole in the middle and yeah, just go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be that I get the basic form while Steve is trapped, and then when I get him out, I'll refine it to add more closer detail. Performing some butt surgery. For any of my perceptive pallies, you're seeing a teaser for what's coming up later, if I can pull this off. Okay, I'm figuring it out. The high points you stretch over, and the low points you make compress. I think. You know, for everyone following along at home, that's at the pelvis part of making your 12-foot chicken wire skeleton ghost. Now, to improve your process, I would recommend getting new gloves at this point, but I'm not going to because I have to get this tutorial published very soon. In theory, I don't have to stress about time at all. One quick trip to Home Depot would get me a skeleton very quickly and easily. Man, I think I messed up. I should have just cut all along the outside like a seam and had front and a back. I was trying to keep it in one piece. Oh, wow, that looks... How the heck do I even... Really glad I put so much care into perfecting that inside part. Okay, I'm just gonna start stitching and then a miracle will happen because we're gonna do a time lapse and then it'll get done. Wow. I cannot believe this exists. Kinda having trouble believing I freaking did it and I am exhausted, but there is still light, so... this is like a reverse cooking show where I pull things out from the oven that are unfinished. Oh, it is so big. Okay, just keep going. I got a rubber chicken quite a while ago because I thought I should own one, but I didn't know why. And now I realize it's important because I needed it to keep me in good spirits when attacking this chicken wire challenge. There's no way I could do the spine and the ribs in one piece because I don't have big enough chicken wire, but I think that would have been a bad choice anyway, so I'm gonna try and do them separately. At this point, it's faster to use my hands, and since my gloves are ripped through, it's basically my bare fingers. Efficiency trumps pain. Look, I'm making a torso.
It looks good.
Yeah? Wait, look at this.
Cool.
Right? I hope that that is equally as cool.
Yeah, you gotta like squish it around each rib though. That's annoying.
Annoying. Great word for it. You want to run camera?
You want me to hold it for a second?
That would be awesome. Ooh, you're getting handheld view. This is great, Pallies. Thank you. Make me look cool and competent. You shooting me?
Yeah.
What the cluck? I can't imagine what my face looks like throughout this video. I think it's time to cut him out. This one, I intentionally didn't get all the details. That's gonna have to be sculpted in by eye after I get the center out. Yes, yes, yes. Eat. Come on. That looks pretty bleh. Thought maybe I could get away with not cutting in and sculpting each rib individually, and then it might even look better all solid, but it does not. Let me just get this sewn up and then we'll figure it out from there. You don't need to see it, okay. Now I gotta do the ribs. Oh, this is not annoying. This is super freaking fun. And not just because there's a rubber chicken involved. All right, my feet cannot take any more, so this section is not getting done today. Torso, it seems. Oh, hey, you got here before me this time. And you waited to work on it so we could do it together. Thank you. This feels like I'm drawing in 3D space. It's so cool. Now we gotta make his backbone, and I won't be able to get all the sides of it in there, but I still wanna try and make it a full tube, you know, so that he'll have some strength of character. Oh man, this is not long enough to do it the easy way. I gotta go long ways. This stuff just loves digging into me. I should show you all of the injuries I have currently. I am torn up. It is all over my arms and legs. Tiny little art injuries all over. So now I can truly say that I made this sculpture from scratch. Should wear gloves. I'm trying to really compact this part as opposed to stretching it because I don't want it to turn out the way this bone did. If I ever want him to sit up, this part has to support the head. Now we get to see if I got anything other than a mess. Well, that looks like nothing, but I think it is in fact something other than a mess. It's a mess that I can work with. Now I messed up and didn't pull enough material this way, so I gotta seal up his throat. Now there's one piece left, and just the spine today took me 3.5 hours. So that means I'm terribly behind and cannot make an ahead punt. Getting down to the wire here with this roll. I need a lot of extra for this because I have to be able to sculpt concave into his eyes. I'm glad I saved this for last because I'm now way better at knowing how to use this medium. Of course, the theory that you can just buy something to save yourself time and effort while getting the same result doesn't actually hold up. I'm not just looking for a skeleton. What I truly want is the satisfaction of executing a unique creative act. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alas. Poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Too bad you can't just buy satisfaction, because I would definitely shell out for that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, all of the parts are done. It's been so crazy seeing Steve slowly turn into a ghost piece by piece. Oh my goodness, this is insane. He looks so dimensional and substantial and then not there at all. Now to sew, then make him glow. So I have chosen to trade my time and effort instead of money because I could save time, but what I'm doing right here, this is exactly how I want to be spending my existence. Are you leaving now? Crap, I'm not done. You want me to do it by myself? Okay, so just climb 14 feet up.
Yeah, don't do that. That's silly.
Well, the plan was to get him standing tonight, but that means risking my life. And Christine is leaving the house, so I guess I don't have to wait till tomorrow because you should never risk your life without someone just in the near vicinity. This delay is actually a net positive, get it? I think it'll be cool to see him standing in the day before he makes his glowing debut. I mean, look at him right now, just sitting, he's taller than me. This is going to hopefully help get him standing. I'm trying to think of what we should name our new friend. I've got a few ideas. First thing that came to me was Oscar Wire, then Mrs. Doubtwire. When he was all in pieces of me, I considered Meshley Simpson. When he kept stabbing me, I thought about Al Poker. And then Stabitha Christie. And I pitched them all to my mom, and this last one that I'm going with got a huge laugh from her. So if you don't like it, you can take it up with Mrs. Spags. Former Vice President Mike Fence. Spent the last several days getting scratched up, and now I could fall very far. This has to be my most dangerous artwork yet. And I turned my car into a taser. Oh no, this is only 11 feet here. We are cutting it close on my reach. Oh. Deal with that down there. Oh, wait, I need to use it again. Convenient. If it wasn't clear, don't try this at home, kids. Where did that thing go? Oh my God. It doesn't help that this is really heavy. That seems okay. It is almost kind of high enough. Just keep going, Spags. Oh no, it's rotated too much. It needs to be adjusted. Just move this way. Okay, I think I got it a little higher too. Now just to do that again, but bigger and heavier. Step 1, hook. That's upside down. Yep. Step 2, unhook. Step 3, rehook. Step 4, move camera. Step 5, finish the rest of it quickly and easily. Oh, this is not what I was planning. I can't get him high enough with this ladder. It looks like I have to try to artistically improvise. Having him in a pose is so much better than if he was hanging higher. He'd just look like a rag doll. Now he's dynamic and alive. I mean, undead. I just want this hand moved. Oh, I have an idea. You only have so much money and you really only have so much time, so make sure you spend it outrageously. Yes, yes, yes. His pose is ready for the red carpet at the Met Gala. Sorry. No, Mike and I are both very excited for Nightfall. I'm fitting in a workout as the sun is setting, and that gave me time to realize that I just hung Mike, which now I feel I should be very clear that I do not condone hanging any elected official, or any human for that matter. My mom's laugh may have steered me wrong. I just didn't want any confusion to cause a skeleton in my closet. Now it is glow time. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. If you liked this, you'll like seeing when I made myself and an entire room invisible with a painted illusion. I'll put that down there for you. This looks crazy. Can't wait till it's dry tomorrow. Hey, Best Pally, I'm Allie, and sometimes I want to be invisible. So I'm gonna make a costume that makes me disappear. This is an image editor, and when you have a transparent layer, delete all, it shows you a very iconic pattern that lets you know there's nothing on that layer. It is clear. Let me just capture